Hey everybody, welcome back to Darcy Nugan's Toy Reviews. Today we're going to take a look at Masters of the Universe's Evil-Lyn. So we have in front of us our vintage, way back here in the back. We've got the two releases that we got in the Origins line. We have our CG version from the Netflix series, and then in the back we have the Masterverse version. So we'll open that up and take a look at that as well. Let's go ahead and start with our vintage, and this one is pretty wore out. As you can see, the discoloration, and it will stand occasionally if you get it balanced just right, but this thing looks pretty rough. But you can get a good look at the sculpting, the way the face was done, and of course she has that Tila mold there as far as her outfit. Got some nice blues. The boots are a little bit darker. All right, so as far as articulation, just like with the Tila, you have the arm movement, the head movement, you have the spring back action in the waist there, and then you have the legs. And I try not to move these too much because the band is loose. Now she did come with the little staff like what our Origins versions have back here. Just do not have it, and as you can tell, this is a rough example of that figure. If I ever pick up a better one, hopefully I will have that with it. So moving ahead, we got our Origins version, and they did a good job of recreating that vintage figure. The coloring's a little different. You don't have that mustard yellow, you have more of just a standard yellow on this figure, but that's okay. You got all that great articulation, all the movement in the arms, the elbows, the wrist. You can turn the head, and let's just go ahead and get a close-up of that head sculpt. The face is great on this. They did a really good job. You have knees. Now this one is the first release of Evil-Lyn in the Origins line, so she has those weird knees. And you got the rotation at the boot and at the foot. It's a very good update to that vintage figure. Now, also in the Origins line, they gave us this version, where, as you can tell, it's the same exact mode, it's simply a repaint, but this was labeled with the Masters of the Universe 2000X series logo on the package. So they gave her the color scheme of that version of Evil-Lyn. As you can see, she just has the white skin, very pale, very ghostly looking, but it's a very, very cool representation of that figure. Now this was a later version, so it has the regular knees. These knees are very tight. For the most part, they've just been on display in a case, and I haven't done a whole lot with breaking them in. So they're like new. All right, and then our next one, we're gonna go ahead and bring out our very different, very strange, very creepy version of Evil-Lyn that we got from the CG series. As you can see, she also came with a staff. Now, she's got this really weird headdress. And as you can see, they took some of the cues from the vintage with the little top of her headdress there. But these like bat wings are just really creepy on the sides. As far as rotation on the arms, that's there. You got rotation on the hand. You can do the little spring back action with her waist. It's hard to show this on camera. She has regular movement on the leg, and she actually does have a rotation on her foot, which is a little different from some of the other figures. And then this pliable rubber skirt that she has off to the side there moves a little bit. And that's interesting. Look how long the hair is on this. Very much like the sorceress from the CG series. She has that long white hair coming out the back. It's an interesting figure. It's a little creepy. The proportions are a little weird to me. I don't hate it. it's just not my favorite version of Evil-Lyn. I probably would say I prefer the 2000X version over most of these. But we'll get that Masterverse version out and have a look at it, and we'll see what we think of it compared to the other versions. All right, so our Masterverse version of Evil-Lyn, you have the standard window box and the very boring Masterverse packaging. This side is just text, and as you can see, good old Amazon made sure to smash it up a little bit before they shipped it to me. We got nice artwork here on the side and on the back. I really dig that artwork. That's nice, and of course you got your cross-sell art from the other figures in that wave. All right, now to open this up, we have a piece of tape right here at the top. We'll go ahead and cut it. Pull the flap out. And just slide her out. We'll get a good look at her inside of her plastic insert here. All right, so as you can see, she comes with an extra head with the white hair. She's got 4 extra hands. She's got her full staff, and then I can't remember what you call this, but her little pendant thing. And then a bag that comes with her. Very nice looking figure. They did a really good job with the sculpts on these. All right, so let's go ahead and pull her out, and I believe I should just be able to give her, here we go, just a little tug, and we'll be able to get her out of the package. Let's get all our accessories out. And I think I will let the hands stay in there. I'm afraid I'm going to lose them right now. Okay, so Evil-Lyn. And she is very stiff. It's actually a very nice looking figure. As you can see, she comes with the additional head. And all her additional accessories. So let's pop the other head on and get a good look at that. Yeah, that's cool. Although I will say the hair coming down the front's a little weird. It does not look very natural. I definitely like the look of this figure better than that Masterverse Tila, which I have not picked up yet. I don't know that I will. Let's put our regular head back on so we can compare it to the other versions. All right, we'll set our accessories off to the side. All right, so we got our Evil-Lyns lined up. I have one more figure to show you. All right, so from the WWE line, we got our Stephanie McMahon, basically dressed as Evil-Lyn, which is very cool. She comes with the staff there. She also has this mask. If I can get it to attach, there we go, which is kind of weird. And of course, she's got all that articulation that the other figures have. Interestingly though, she does have that old style of knees, but they hit it with the little paint apps there. It is a different sculpt overall. Like the shirt is different, and she has regular boots versus, you know, the boots that our standard Evil-Lyn comes with. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Like the hair hanging out in the back. whereas we didn't get that on Evil-Lyn in the Origins line. All right, so let's get some measurements. We'll go ahead and start with Stephanie up here in the front. And she's coming in right at that 5.5 inch mark, as well as our Origins, our Vintage. Now our CG series version is right about 5 3/4. And then our Masterverse is about 6 3/4. So it's an interesting group of figures here to go all the way from this Vintage, which is just it's not a good figure. I mean, that face sculpt is pretty terrible. But to go from that to our newest version, it's a big upgrade. Now, obviously, there was many different figures in between these within the Masters Universe Classics line. But unless I win a lottery, I probably won't have any of those. And even then, I probably wouldn't have any of those. Alright guys, I appreciate you sticking around for another video. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.